It's lots of fun. We're having fun. So today's Father's Day, and so we actually are doing a special edition of the Sunday morning show, right? And so joining me is another dad, Mr. Will Vanderwilt. So come on, welcome him, all right? Come on, Will. Welcome. This is amazing, all right? Particularly the Patagonia fanny pack. That's it right there. That's the classic. All right, take a seat, sir. All right, so now when I met Mr. Vanderwilt, you were not a dad. No, you were like 19. You had short hair, right? Yeah, it was different times, right? Different times. I don't even. Did you have a beard back then?
Yeah, I've always had a beard.
You always had the beard,
since I was born.
Like Chuck Norris, yeah, just born with the beard.
It was there.
Okay.
Honestly, I had a beard in middle school when I was your guys' age.
I started shaving in 7th grade for real. Like that's some guys don't. Some guys are still wishing they needed to shave. So it's good. All right. So Mr. Will Vanderwilt, he's been part of our church a long time, right? Along with his wife McKenna. All right. So you are dad. How long have you been a dad now?
2 years, just over 2 years.
Okay, and how many children do you have?
I have 2 children, 2 boys. I got a 2-year-old boy, Harrison, and then my 5-month-old son, Elliot.
Yep, who I just got to hold, by the way, and
he's a giant.
He's a giant. He is 5 months old.
Yes, and he's already wearing 12-month clothing.
Yeah, just monster child. But you're 6'5", and that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, none of my kids got that gene.
I was
yeah, it's good. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
So I'm actually back in school right now. I'm an old dude, but I decided to go back to school about 3 years ago to get my bachelor's in construction science at UNF, and I'm currently working in construction. My goal is to become a superintendent, which is basically I run the whole job. Before that, I was a mechanic for construction tractors. So construction is just kind of
one of the reasons I have Mr. Will up here is he's one of the manliest dudes I've ever met. Okay, so tell him specifically what kind of mechanic work you did.
So I worked before I got into construction. I worked for Ring Power. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. If you're going down 95 south towards Daytona and you look off right past the Buc-ee's, there's a building that has all these construction tractors out front. I worked in that building for 5 years right out of high school, and I was fixing all those big construction equipment. I was completely tearing them down. I was putting them back together, making sure they run good so that construction could be done.
Now, how big is big?
Big is big. Yeah. So the biggest equipment I've ever worked on is a D10. And a D10, any of the D series is the dozer. So a bulldozer is this giant machine that pushes dirt across a field, flattens the field out. A D10 is basically 30 foot tall. And when I was working on it, taking like the transmission and stuff out of it, I'm 6'5". I could get down into the hole where the transmission fits, and I could stand up. That's how big the machine was.
Yeah, 30 feet, that's like 3 stories. Yeah. So, that's not like a tractor.
It's huge.
It's a building gigantic. That pushes over stuff.
You see it, and you can't even believe, how does that thing move? It's insane.
Yeah. Okay, so also he's come over and he's helped me do lots of mechanic stuff, but I did one without you this week. Yep. I did it all by myself.
Let me know when it falls apart.
It worked, didn't it? Yeah. Even the little light on the dash went off. Okay, so it worked. All right. So he's super helpful. Okay. Now, what are you into? What are your hobbies and things like that?
Anything outdoors. If I can be in the sun for as long as possible, I'm good with that. I like to garden. I take Harrison, my oldest son, outside all the time to garden. I like to hike. Explains the hiking boots.
There it is.
These are actually my old hiking boots. I didn't get to wear them that much, but I have another pair of hiking boots that I wear way more than these. Camping. You guys said that you went on that camping trip. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to do that with all my kids one day. Mm-hmm. I've tried to take them camping, but it's kind of hard with a 2-year-old. It doesn't really.
Because it's easier with a 5-month-old?
It's
not.
Crying all the time. It's not. But,
all right, so camping, hiking.
Yep. And then beach sometimes. I'm more into the woods than I am into the beach, but.
Sounds like a play, Into the Woods. Where's the coolest place you have ever camped or hiked?
I mean, hiking-wise, I've been all over, but camping, Glacier National Park in Montana. And so it's like, if you guys don't know where Montana is, Florida's down here on a map. Montana's way up here, right next to Canada. And so my wife and I, before we had kids, we went on a giant road trip around America, and we got to camp actually in the national park. And it's super hard to get a campsite into the national park.
Are you going to tell them how you pulled that off?
We hiked 8 miles into the park. We parked outside, hiked 8 miles in, and found a ranger. And we're like, is there any open campsites? And he said, there's only one. We got to get there fast. And we're like, okay, can you give us a ride? So we hopped into this ranger's car, and we drove all the way to this campsite, got it, and that same ranger took us back out, got our car, and we were allowed to go into the park because we had a camp pass now. And we got to camp in the park over the weekend.
Yeah, that sounds so much more responsible than how you explained it in the first hour.
I said hitchhiking in the first hour, but it is basically what we were doing.
Yeah, he hitchhiked, and then I was like,
which I do not recommend. Don't ever do that.
Oh, okay, that's way better. Yeah, do not hitchhike, and do not convince your wife to ever hitchhike. Okay, that's not a good plan. So, all right, so we've gone hiking. We've done all sorts of outdoor stuff. What do you do with your boys?
Like I said, anything outdoors.
Okay.
Harrison loves mud. So I do mudding, we'll make a nice mud puddle in the backyard, let him just belly flop into it. Yeah, I actually have a picture of him yesterday, just complete, like head to toe, complete mud.
Yeah, that's the life.
He's starting to get into fishing, but still a little too young for that, but hopefully he'll get into that soon. Elliot, I make him laugh when he's sitting in his little bouncer. He's not walking around yet, so. Yeah. He's getting there.
He's 5 months, yeah, but it's there. So, all right, so I asked you this question earlier, okay? Here's a hard question, and then we're going to go into some fun. So, hard question, but I'm going to change it a little bit, okay? Because I want you to, do something fresh.
Switching up on me.
Yeah, switching it up a bit. All right, so first one, what do you love the most about being a dad? And what do you find the hardest about being a dad? And then kind of what you said in the first hour, this is what it means to be a dad, to be a Christian dad.
Yeah, so, I mean, the first two, they go hand in hand. My favorite thing about being the dad is spending as much time as possible with my kids and seeing them grow. And seeing, especially Harrison, now 2-year-old, learning how to talk, getting him to, pray. We do prayer every night before he goes to bed. We do prayer at dinner, and he actually does it now. He asks to do it. That's so exciting to see him grow in that. Hardest part is, as a dad, I have to work to make sure that my family's provided for, so I have to give up a lot of my time sometimes with my kids. I try to avoid working all the time, but in construction, it kind of is like that. And that's hard to leave my kids, in the morning and then come back in the evening. Like this morning, I literally went and got ready in the bedroom, closed the door, and Harrison was like, "No, Dad, don't work. Don't go to work." And I was like, "Oh no!" And I wasn't even going to work. I was just getting changed to go to church this morning. So that's pretty hard. But I know it's something that I have to do because those kids in my family are my responsibility, and I need to make sure they're doing well. And so the last part was, what does it mean to be a dad?
Yep.
Right. What I said, I'm going to repeat what I said in first service here, is before I was a dad, if you would have asked me that question, it would have been completely different. It would have been have as much fun with your kids, just, do the cool things, be the cool dad. And I learned very fast as a father that it's much, much deeper than that. I learned that I have to sacrifice myself for my children and for my wife. I mean, obviously, I'm a dad because I'm also a husband. And I have to be like Christ in every way possible. And I have to sacrifice my own ways of doing things and my understanding of how stuff's being done so that my kids and my family will know the Lord and glorify Him. And my goal at the end of every day is to make sure that my children are closer and closer to God, right? That's all I pray about too, is Lord, I pray that both my sons and whatever children you give me in the future, they know you, they love you, and they will do great things for you. And I pray that every single day. And it's always on my heart that I want my kids to know the Lord and glorify Him.
Yeah. Being a Christian dad is much harder than it looks and that you think it is because it requires a lot of sacrifice. It requires a lot of putting your family first. And the thing is, like, Will and I actually come from kind of different backgrounds. Like, we've seen life from different perspectives, right? And so, nonetheless, the call to be a Christian dad is the same, right? And that's to sacrifice. And so, guys in the room, like, one day you're going to be potentially right here alongside of us, all right? And you're going to have to make similar decisions. And girls in the room, find a guy who wants to be that way one day, okay? You know, file that away, use it years later from now. But it's there for you. All right, so when I met you, though, you were like 19. There was an event, Mission Jacks, I think it was, that we met, short hair, all that stuff, but you always had a beard again, you're born with it. Right, and so God's allowed you to do some like really cool things, though. What are some of the things that you've seen in your Christian walk, things that you've gotten to do, both you and even with McKenna?
Yeah, so, I mean, right off the bat, I basically got saved right out of high school, and I got to come here and be a part of Fruit Cove. And through that, I was able to go to a lot of mission trips. I've been to Guatemala with Fruit Cove. I've been to London with Fruit Cove.
Now, what was important about the London one?
London trip, yeah. My wife was here in the first service, so I had a lot more fun, like, pointing her out because she never likes getting pointed out. But McKenna and I, that's my wife's name, we always tell people, because it's true, we met in London. We met in London. But we go to this church together. And because when we met, we were college age, and we both were in the college ministry, and it was really big at the time. And I knew all of her friends, she knew all of my friends, but we did not know each other. I had no clue she went to Fruit Cove. And I did not meet her until we were in London. And so that, like, we both got to go. It was very last minute, too. Both of us were put on this trip last minute, and we got to meet each other. And the rest is history. I mean, we're married now. We have 2 children, and, you know, life is wonderful, and it's a blessing.
Yeah. So always be available to do whatever God calls you to do, because you don't know where it's going to lead and the journeys that'll open up, right? So, all right, so now we're going to do some fun stuff. All right, so you've prepared, I've prepared. I've gone back and prepared a little bit more because we've already done this in 1 hour. So we've got to be fresh here a little bit.
I came up with some new ones.
Yeah, okay, good.
Well,
all right, so how many of you guys like to watch the Try Not to Laugh videos? Yeah. Try Not to Laugh videos. All right, so this is Dad Joke Edition, all right? So I've got some jokes. Mr. Will's got some jokes. The goal is we're not going to laugh. We did horrible in the first hour. We both laughed pretty hard. Now, if you guys want to laugh, like deep belly laugh, have fun. Okay, that's fine. All right, yeah. All right, so let's see. Mr. Will, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Why do dinosaurs make terrible pets?
Why?
Because they're all dead. Dinosaurs are dead.
Oh, you don't want a dead pet, do you? Like, she's like, I like dead pets. What's wrong with dead pets? Like, okay, I gotta find. All right, this one was special for you. All right, special for you. My friend asked if I wanted to hear a construction joke. I said, sure. He said, I'm still working on it.
That was a good one.
That's a good one, isn't it? Yep. All right, go ahead.
What did the horse say after it tripped?
The horse say after it tripped?
Help me, I've fallen, and I can't giddy up.
I said giddy up.
All right, here we go. I accidentally swallowed a bunch of Scrabble tiles. My next trip to the bathroom could spell disaster.
That's a good one. Now I can't stop laughing. It's gonna be a laugh.
Once we start, can't stop it at that point.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom? because the P is silent.
All right. My dog loves classical music. His favorite composer is Bach. Bach? No? Okay. All right. Go for it.
What would bears be without bees? Ears.
Ears. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. All right. I got fired from the calendar factory because I took a day off. No?
Got some
Okay.
good laughter back there.
Yeah. Some pity laughs. I like it. There we go.
Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns.
What?
Their horns don't work.
What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?
What?
Sophisticated.
R.I.P. boiling water. You will be missed.
I got it. Anybody? Oh, that was a late one. That's a thinker.
Guys, earth space science, you guys take it in like 8th grade, right?
Yeah. All right. I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me.
You picked that one especially for me, huh?
Yeah.
Why is Cinderella terrible at soccer? Because she's always running away from balls.
It's good.
If you ever watch the movie, she ran away from the ball, the dance.
And she lost her glass slipper,
Yeah.
and the rest is history. All right. I told my doctor I broke my arm in 2 places. He said I should stop going to those places.
Where was King David's temple located? In between his ears.
Yeah. My friend said onions are the only food that can make you cry. So I threw a coconut at his face.
That one got me in the first one.
Yeah,
I'm still going to use that one. What do sprinters eat before their race? Nothing, they fast.
That's it. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer.
It's true.
That's for you too.
Thank you. 2 fish are in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?"
That one took me a minute, but it settled in. That was fun. All right. Okay. What's blue and not very heavy?
Blue and not very heavy. What?
Light blue.
Okay. What's green, leafy, highly nutritious, and invisible?
Green, leafy, invisible, but highly nutritious.
This head of cabbage.
Okay. What do you call a fly with no wings?
What?
A walk.
I feel like these guys heard these ones.
I think that one, yeah. I got a couple
I
good
saw
ones.
that one. I almost did that one. Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You're up.
You're a poo.
Hey, dude, that's rude. I'm not a poo.
Okay. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple?
What?
Being attacked by a bear.
Why can't your nose be 12 inches? Because it would be a foot. Good job.
That's right. That's right. What's yellow, and if it falls out a tree, it'll kill you?
What?
A school bus.
What do you call a man with a rubber toe? Roberto.
All right. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. What's invisible and smells like carrots?
I don't like this one.
Look, you're laughing. I ain't said it yet.
What?
All right, I'll say it again. What's invisible and smells like carrots? Rabbit farts.
All right, this is my last one.
Okay.
What do you call Batman when he skips church? Christian Bale. Christian Bale played Batman.
All right, last one for me. What do you call a girl with one leg?
I don't know what.
Eileen. She works at IHOP.
That's actually a classic.
Yeah, classic. All right, hey everybody, give it up for Will. Thank you.